Hello and welcome to my channel. Lorraine here. Sorry I've been missing in action for a little while. I think it's over a week since I've put anything on. We've just been busy doing and not had much time really for videoing. I have been busy making, but not been on to show what I've been making, unfortunately. So anyway, I've been making this journal. This is Rose, and it's a shabby chic, vintagey journal, and I've really enjoyed making this journal. I've used a free kit from Artymaze that she's graciously given out to her subscribers. She's ever so generous. She's often giving out digital prints or kits, or excuse me, I'm just having a drink. So I've used mainly the Artymaze kit, but I have used some Happiness in Crafting papers and ephemera, and some My Porch prints as well. So they're dotted about throughout the journal. And as I go through doing this flip through, if I remember whose is who, I will tell you. But the heat's getting to me. I'm a little bit mind boggled at the moment. It's been about 40 degrees all week, and it's been so hot, and you just don't think straight when you're overeating. So anyway, enough of that. The journal's here. It's made, the cover's made from cardboard, and it's been covered with this lovely pink, soft pink polka dot fabric, stitched around the edges. The spine has, I'm hoping I'm in frame here, I can't quite see the camera, this crocheted lace trim to hide the stitching on the spine. On the front I've used this card topper from Artymaze, and it's a lovely vintage lady holding a bouquet of roses, unfastens with this organza ribbon. I've decoupaged a couple of roses, and I've put glitter gel on top, so they've got a nice sheen to them and glitter, but I'm not sure the camera will pick that up. It's got some seam binding ribbon on the front in a little bow with a pearl in the middle, and some lace trim. It measures, I think it's 8.5. Oh, that's not right. 8.5 by 6, and it's got a 1.5 inch spine. It's got 3 signatures sewn in. I hope you can see that. And it's lovely. So the inside of the front cover, let me just check the camera. Just move it over a little. There. I think that's better, isn't it? So the inside of the front cover, from Artymaze's kit, the free kit, I've made a pocket out of one of the pages, and inside of the pocket are 2 tags, 2 large tags. This one comes with the free kit, and it's just been left blank on the back for journaling. And this one I made from cream cardstock, and I've stenciled and stamped it, and it's got a crochet lace tag on the top and coffee stained paper on the back. So plenty of journaling space in there. I've used a little heart embellishment from Happiness in Crafting as a tiny tuck spot, and it's got a miniature postcard and a ticket inside of there. And this is an altered paper clip that's just clipped onto there. Again, this is from Happiness in Crafting, and it's a lovely Facebook group and a YouTube channel as well. And G, the lady that manages it, gives out on Fridays, a Friday freebie. This was this week's freebie, and it's so pretty, and it just blended so well with my rose journal. So it's got quite a bit of G's kit in, has this journal. It's lovely. So this is one of the digital papers from Artymaze. I very rarely decorate up the digital papers on anybody's kits, because I think they've worked so hard and they're so beautiful. I don't want to cover them up. I just like the way they are, so I tend to leave the pages as they are. On the back I've just stenciled in vintage photo, just to give it a little bit of a focus, I guess. This page, there's an envelope paper clipped in. The paper clip has a little bit of eyelash trim on the edge of it, just for a little bit of decoration. This is one of the envelopes from the kit, from Artymaze's kit, and I've used distressing all round to age it. And inside is a little journal card, but there's plenty of space inside because they're quite large envelopes, so you could put in lots of different ephemera or notes. On the front I've made a little tuck spot, so inside the tuck spot is one of this is from one of the papers, again from Artymaze. So a little tag inside there with satin ribbon on the top, and happiness in crafting ephemera just to decorate the front of that tuck spot. The back can be used. The back can be used also as a tuck spot if you want to put some different ephemera in there. This is coffee stained paper with some stamping on, and just a little heart from Happiness in Crafting. Again, another little envelope from the kit. The paper clip has some satin ribbon on, and inside is a little journal card, and this journal card is from My Porch Print. Tucked behind the envelope is you can either use it as a tall journal card or a bookmark, and again it's from the paper from Artymaze, and it's got a crocheted lace topper on and blank at the back for journaling. Again, coffee stained paper, and I've sprayed it with some food colouring just to give it the bit of interest. Here's a belly band that I've made from the paper, and fussy cut and decoupaged onto a rose, and you've got some lace trim at the top of that belly band, and inside the belly band is another envelope from the kit, and it's got a little card, a journal card inside of there. On the front I've used one of Happiness in Crafter's banners, and behind that is just a little journal card. It will fit in that way, but it moves about and I don't like that, so I clip it in so that it stays in place. There we go. There's some more of the digital paper, and I've edged that with cotton lace trim. Another pocket from the kit that I've just decoupaged one of my Happiness in Crafting tags, and this is an altered paper clip using one of the banners, and it's just got a little journal card tucked behind, and inside from Artymaze's kit is a little journal card. Again, I've stenciled this page and I've tried to blend the colours so that it all matches. Here I've made a corner tuck from Happiness in Crafting paper, one of her hearts, and a little, I think it's My Porch Print tag, and inside 2 little journal tags. I didn't put lace or ribbon or anything through there because the journal gets a little bit bulky if I put it on all of the tags. So some of them I've left, and if whoever gets the journal wants to put them, then that's up to them. Because some people like all the ribbon and fuss on all of the tags, some people don't. So again, coffee stained paper with some stamping on, and digital paper. Again, stenciling and stamping on this page. I've made a pocket from Happiness in Crafting freebie, and inside is a tag that I've made from Artymaze's paper, and it's got a little tie on the top of that tag made from garden twine. I just thought the garden twine blended in with the rose theme. Again, more stamping, more digital paper. I've made little tiny tuck spots here using Happiness in Crafting, the little circle ephemeras, and inside is this is from Artymaze's paper, just a little journal tag, one of the little tags that comes with the kit, and one of the little hearts. It will fit in. I might leave that in there as well, just to give a little bit more interest to that page and offer it as background for that. So then on this page there's a seed packet. Its paper clip has a little bead attachment to it. So this is a seed packet. I've used just a little circle that I've punched out as the closure, and inside, I can't have two of those, can I? Inside it has, let me find something different. No, it'll have to be that. So it has a journal card inside. I guess it ties those pages together, having the same journal card. There we go. I could. There we go. Put that large tag inside there. This is one from Artymaze, and it's got organza ribbon and a little bit of embroidery cotton on the front of that, so that can stay there now. This page I've stamped on, and this tag is actually a double tag, so it flips all of the page. So you've got a tag on this side and also on that side, and again the tags, you could put things behind, you could use them as tuck spots. Again, another corner pocket, a tuck spot there, and one of the journal cards from Artymaze's kit, and more stenciling along there. Coffee stained paper with stamping. Again, stamped pages. Here I have stenciled this paper, and on top I've put a belly band using Artymaze's kit and one of Happiness in Crafting's hearts, and it's got bling at the top and the bottom of that belly band, and inside the belly band is just some dyed paper for journaling. Again, coffee stained paper. I must have been on a strong coffee day the day I dyed those, really strong. And on that page is a vintage card that comes from Artymaze, not from this free kit, but it's one of Artymaze's Dragonfly, I think it is, kits, and another little banner that's just clipped in there, and again just a sheet of paper for journaling. It's got a little fussy cut butterfly that's got glitter on it and some bling. This page again has stamping, stenciling and stamping. Another corner pocket with again another one of Artymaze's vintage kits, vintage tags. I know it's not a rose, but I think that looks like a rose hip, so that's my reason for using it. or is it excuse for using it? Just that I like it, so you shouldn't need to have an excuse. Again, coffee stained paper and note paper with stamping. Another one of Artymaze's vintage cards with a lovely bouquet of roses on and a dragonfly, and I've made that into a pocket, and inside is one of Artymaze's tags, and again it's got the garden twine at the top of it, and the paper has been stamped and stencilled. It's got some bling on the bottom just to give it a little bit of a shabby. This is I think from Happiness in Crafting, but I can't 100% remember if that's her paper or not, but it's just beautiful rose paper that goes so well in this journal. And from Happiness in Crafting again, I've made this corner tuck spot, and I've put some lace trim, and inside another of the vintage journal cards and a small journal card made from Artymaze's kit, and stenciling and stamping again trying to pick up the colours. This paper doily that I've glued onto this page, it flips over to the other side as well, and I've used two of the banners as an end page tag, and you can use this as a tuck spot. You can also use this as a tuck spot too, and the same on this side. So lots of space for putting different things. Another pocket made from the kit, and in the back of the pocket is one of the tags from the kit, and it's got satin ribbon and embroidery thread on the top of there. The page is stamped again. A little pocket here. I apologise, but I can't remember whose pocket this is, but it's got one of my porch print tags inside of there, and I have fussy cut a rose. Sorry, I'm listening to that plane going past that. It's a fighter jet. Fussy cut a rose and put behind it one of the tags. And this page has the blue crocheted lace trim on the edge of it. Again, stamping and stenciling. Another envelope that I've decoupaged a heart on, and the paper clip has some of the embroidery thread on the top of it. I'm not sure if, right, there is a little journal card inside of this envelope that I've used from Artymaze's kit. I've made that journal card. Again, coffee stained paper with stamping. This is from Artymaze's kit. This page I've left blank, apart from I've sprayed it with the food colouring, again just for journaling space. This has been stamped, and this is just, this large tag is just clipped onto that coffee stained page, and it's got some of the crochet lace trim at the top of it. I think that's the last piece of that now. I'll have to go and have a visit to the haberdashery store. We're lucky because our stores have reopened, obviously with social distancing and wearing of masks, and but I haven't gone down very much. I haven't been shopping very much, but at least we have the option. So, more of the digital paper. Here, a vintage postcard. I think this is from Artymaze. It's not from the free kit from this time, but I think it is one of Andrea's from a kit. And inside are two pieces of emerald. This is a dictionary page, and here we've got another rose lady. Oh, it says Miss Lily Elsie underneath it, but they're not lilies, they're roses for sure. And at the top of that, some of the crocheted lace trim. on there. Again, some of the crochet lace on the edge of that page, and this page I've just tucked over and made it into a tuck spot, and I've put one of the roses on there. The ties from the signatures, I've put some beads on. They can either be cut off or left, whichever you prefer. On the front of this I've just stamped a rose and a stamp and postmark. There is nothing inside this one. I've left this one empty, but it's a massive envelope, so there's lots of storage space there for journal, notes, for ephemera, photographs, anything. And here is another seed packet, and we've got some eyelash trim on the top of the paper clip. I've used one of the hearts as a closure for the envelope for the seed packet, and inside is a little journal tag. They're ever so sweet. I like these. These would make quite a good gift for putting gift cards in, you know, it's like store cards or a gift voucher. They would be nice for that. So one more stenciling, coffee stained paper with stamping on, another one of the vintage postcards with roses all around the edges, another altered paper clip from one of the banners, and inside there is a journal paper tag, and I think this is my porch print, but I can't be 100% certain. And they are roses and I think camellias as well, or peonies, maybe peonies. And more stenciling and stamping, and I've tried to match the colours again on there. Coffee stained stamp paper, stamping again, stenciling and stamping. More digital paper, and this is a double belly band, so the large tuck at the back has some stained paper in for journaling, and the front one is in two sections, so you've got a tag in each one. And again, I think these are my porch prints. And the little bit of ephemera on top of there, I've made that, I've die cut this flower, distressed it using vintage photo, and then decoupaged a little bit of lace, a butterfly and the word love on top of it. Ever so sweet. Again, coffee stained paper, stenciling and stamping, some more of the digital papers. Another of the envelopes, on top I've just decoupaged one of the tags. I've left the heart as a little tuck spot with a tag inside it. I don't think there's anything in there. No, there's nothing inside there. Plenty space for your notes or whatever you want to collect in there. And again, it's got some of the embroidery thread on the edge of the paper clip. Again, can be used as a tuck spot. Some more stamping. Again, the cotton lace trim on that page. And this is an envelope that I've made from some of the, I think it's scrapbooking paper that I have. And it's got, just be quiet for a minute while that goes past. That's the army helicopter. Can you tell I live near an airport? There he's gone. So it's got a little cluster on top of here using voile, some cardstock, some lace trim and vintage buttons. I've put a stamp on there and a postmark on top of the stamp. I've stamped on top and distressed the front of there, and on the back flap of the envelope. Sorry, my camera tripped out then again, so we'll carry on where I left off. So on the back flap, there's some crocheted lace trim. It's a cotton crocheted lace, it's really sweet. Inside of the envelopes stamped as well, and inside of there is a matching tag, and it's got some eyelash trim on the top, a front pocket with again a corresponding journal card, some die cut flowers with a flat back pearl on there, so that goes in there, back in there. Again, the paper clip with the little dangly on the side there. So again, can be used as a tuck spot. Let me find something again. Sorry, I'm leaning. So again, can be a tuck spot for behind there. Some more digital papers. I'm just checking I'm in frame with this silly camera at the moment. And here is an altered envelope, and again I have to give thanks to Judith Sanderson for this creation. She sent me a journal, and inside was this altered envelope flip, and I loved it, so I've used it in a couple of the journals that I've made. So it's an envelope from the kit, and the flap's been glued to this page. The page has been stencilled. I've added a journal card on there to form a little tuck spot, and inside that tuck spot is some just plain paper, some journaling paper. There's a fussy cut heart on the front of that journal card, and this side of the envelope there's a journal card that opens out into a flap with a pocket on the front, and it's got 3 small tags inside. Here is a tuck spot with a journal card inside, and the top is a pocket with a tag again from Artymaze's kit inside there, and some satin ribbon on the top of it. I've used here micropore, which is a medical tape that you use for wound dressing, and it's really flexible. I've tried using not masking tape, can't think of the name of it, but it won't stick on my things. I don't know if it's just a cheap one that I bought, but anyway. So journaling space again, lots and lots and lots of journaling space. Some more of the digital paper, stamping and stenciling again, and coffee stained paper. It's a really, I think the amount of coffee that you use in the paper makes a difference to the texture of the paper. Stamping on that side, and again some more journaling space. Another vintage postcard here, and inside of this one is another one of the envelopes from the kit, and inside there is another journaling card. And I've just used a scrap of the digital paper for the closure of the envelope there. Some more stamping, and here I watched a tutorial from Shabby Doodah, and she did this triple pocket from just an A4 sheet of paper. I used A4, but then I cut it down because I didn't like it the full size. So what this is it's glued in on 2 sides, so it's got a tuck spot behind, so it's got one of the giant tags from Andrea's free kit from Artymaze. He has a pocket here at the front with 2 pieces of ephemera inside of there, and a pocket here with a tag inside. So you've 1, 2, 3 pockets within that one tiny piece of paper. It's quite a good design. And here, again, more stenciling, digital paper, journaling pages. I might stamp these actually, but I'll look a bit plain. So we'll see. Some more stenciling and stamping on this one. Here's coffee stained paper again with some of the diluted food colouring. It's just a red food colouring that I've diluted quite well. Again, stenciling and stamping, digital paper, journal side. Another corner tuck spot with cotton lace trim on there, and inside there is a journal card that I've made using one of the digital papers from Artymaze's kit, and a tag again used from the offcuts of one of the sheets from the kit. Coffee stained paper, again stamping and stenciling on that page, and the last of the digital papers. On the back cover I've used one of the vintage cards from Artymaze, and I've put on the top some of the blue cotton lace trim, and it's a pocket, and inside are just some sheets of paper for journaling. So that's the Rose journal. I hope you like it, and it will be going into my Etsy store. I'll put it in the Etsy store and put the link in the description below. So just before I finish off the video, I just want to say thank you so much to those ladies who provide those free kits. So Andrea from Artymaze, thank you so much. G Kerr from Happiness in Crafting, thank you so much for your Friday freebies. I've loved working with those, and my Porch Prints again for your freebies. So thank you so much, ladies. Thank you everybody for the tuitions that I watch, for the videos on YouTube. I've learnt so much from each and every one of you. Thank you, Judy Sanderson, for your envelope flip. And all of you have a blessed and a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.